What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If it is the first time you're touching down on this channel, welcome to Small Feet, Big Heat. We talk sneakers, we talk streetwear, and everything in between. And today we are back in the in-between. If you didn't already know, if you're not following me on TikTok and Instagram, I'll throw that up on the screen. You wouldn't have known that I spent last week at New York City Comic-Con. I was definitely enjoying myself, so I'm sorry for the uploads that I missed, but I am back and ready to hit y'all with some good content. Starting today, we are going to get into my New York City Comic-Con 2022 haul. Now, this year I did go ahead and treat myself to a 4-day badge. Normally I get 1 day or 2 days, but I did treat myself to a 4-day badge, and I definitely recommend, if you're going to New York City Comic-Con and you're interested in a lot of different fandoms and a lot of different areas, get yourself a 4-day badge because you have way more time to make your reservations, make your panels, and also see the sales floor in depth. Artist Alley. There's so many different components to New York City Comic-Con that people don't even get to touch because they're only spending 1 day there. So I recommend getting a 4-day badge if you can afford it. You know, be prepared to spend more money once you're there, but it is definitely worth it. Before we get into the haul, I did want to make an announcement. If you look beneath this video, you will see a join button, whether you're on mobile or desktop. I went ahead and I activated channel memberships. It's $1.99 a month to support the channel. I would really appreciate it. And by supporting the channel with that $1.99 a month, you get access to monthly badges. So you start out at a green Heat badge, and then you work your way up to unlock the gold Heat badge at 12 months. Once again, this changes nothing on the channel. My content will not change. It's just a way for y'all to support me, and you get a little something out of it. You also get access to custom emojis, and these are actual custom emojis, not the bullshit YouTube standard emojis that comes when you activate memberships. No, I went ahead and I made custom emojis for y'all. You have the heat or weak, you have the flame and W so you can tell me when you secure a drop, and of course you have the cash out signs so you could tell me when you're spending your money. If you do sign up for channel memberships, make sure you show off those custom emojis down below in the comment section. So the first thing that I'm going to show y'all is the freebies. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the freebies this year, in my opinion, just weren't worth it. So I didn't feel like standing in line, tapping my badge and doing the whole jumping through hoops just for freebies that I'm eventually going to give away, lose, or throw away, depending on, you know, what it is and how long it lasts. So I only picked up a couple of freebies that were being handed out as you walk through the aisles. The first of which was this Crunchyroll badge, lanyard, I mean, not a badge. So these were outside New York Comic-Con in like little bins right before you got to the doors, right before you got inside. These were in a bunch of bins, and you could just grab one, put your badge on it if you didn't already have a lanyard. And yeah, you know, I guess these are cool. I have a bunch of New York Comic-Con lanyards at this point, a bunch of exclusive lanyards. I also got 2 enamel pins, the first of which is a Comixology Originals. These were in a bowl when you entered Artist Alley, and you could just grab one and go. They also had cards, but they were handing those out, and there was a little bit of a line, and I didn't feel like waiting because Artist Alley was packed. And if you're not familiar with Artist Alley, that's basically where Comic-Con groups together the comic book artists, graphic and print artists, enamel pin artists. There's a whole ton of like stationery artists, like all different types of artists are in Artist Alley. That's where they put them. I definitely recommend checking that out. Don't just stop at the sales floor. Make sure you go down to Artist Alley and spend some time there as well, because you could find some really, really dope stuff. Some of it is even doper than what's on the sales floor, if I'm being honest. So this came from Artist Alley. I also got another enamel pin. Not familiar with these characters, and I don't remember the booth name, but it's like this cute dragon kind of thing. I think it's a dragon. I'm not sure, but it was really cute. And I won this playing skee ball, a claw machine, and like some type of cord cutting game that they had. I was more interested in the games, honestly. The enamel pin was just a bonus. I love arcade games, so I waited in a little bit of a line. I got to play all the arcade games, and then depending on how many points you had, you could cash them out for a pin, a sticker, or a plushie. If you got like 800 points, you could get a plushie. I ended up with 300 points, so I was able to get this enamel pin. I don't know, maybe I'll throw it on a hat, a jacket, just put it on my pin board. I have no idea, but it's cute. Now we're gonna get into the stuff that I actually bought, and we're gonna break it down by day. So on Thursday, which is the first day, I went through every single aisle of the show floor. There's like 4,000 aisles, and it's crazy because I found these in the corner of 4,000. Like, this is one of the last booths at the end. And you know, the entrances, they have a few entrances. You can enter around 1,000. They have another one around 2,500. But I definitely recommend using some time to just go through every single aisle. You won't regret it. You will find some gems, especially depending on, you know, what fandom you're a fan of. Now, I found these 2 action figures. Normally, I don't recommend buying specific things on Thursday because a lot of it will drop in price, especially if you're able to go on Sunday, which is the last day. A lot of the booths will have like really good deals because they don't want to pack up all of that stuff and take it home with them. So they'll have a lot of really good deals on Sunday. But if you see like 1 or 2 of something that you've really been looking for or something that you really want, don't wait. So one thing that I do enjoy collecting, and maybe one day I will show y'all my full collection or where I'm at right now with my collection on the channel, but it is WWF and WWE Jakks Pacific figures. Specifically Jakks Pacific. I know a lot of people are into collecting the Mattel figures. Mattel took over the contract in 2010, and if I'm being honest, the Mattel figures are better quality and a better representation of what the wrestlers actually look like, of course, because the technology is so much better than, you know, in 2001, 2006, that era of when Jakks Pacific was making these figures, 1996. Like, it was just so far back that, of course, the technology is better now to make the figures better. So no shade to the Mattel figures, but Jakks Pacific is what I grew up with. It is what's nostalgic for me. And I feel like the packaging, the characters just have more character to them. They have more, I don't know, it just gives me that nostalgic feeling. The Mattel figures have like a certain uniformness that I think collectors in 2022 really like. So no shade to Mattel, but I like Jakks Pacific. So this is a Sunday Night Heat figure of Triple H. These are Tron ready figures with the Real Scan technology. And at this point, Real Scan was still very new. So you can go ahead and look at his face. Let me know if y'all think that looks like Triple H. I think it's actually pretty accurate. You know, some of them are real bad, but this one's not too bad. You got the cutoff tank top, the Triple H on there, the microphone so you could talk his shit, the black boots, and the packaging. Like, the packaging just has so much character to it. You can see the different series in the line. And that's something that I also really appreciate about the Jakks Pacific packaging is you can see the rest of the series. You can see all of the wrestlers that were in a certain series so you can make sure that you have them all. Of course, now 2022, they've made like indexes and encyclopedias of, you know, all of the Jakks Pacific figures. It's kind of like a checklist or whatever, but yeah. I don't know, you just don't get that same vibe with the Mattel figures. That was actually on the outside of the booth, like pegged up on the outside. When I went inside and did a little bit more digging, I was able to find another one, which, like, you really just gotta dig at New York Comic Con. You gotta dig because you'll find the Mattel figures in abundance. But like Jakks Pacific, WWF, WWE, it's getting harder and harder to find. So this is another Sunday Night Heat. This is series 2. Undertaker, rocking the red hair. You got the cap in there, another cutoff tank, but they even got the tattoos. Cutoff gloves. This one was a little bit more expensive. This was $30. Triple H was $20. Which is around the same price that I would pay if I would have picked these up on eBay. This was a great way to kick off my convention purchases, and this is all that I picked up on Thursday. So let's go ahead and move on to Friday. So the first thing that I picked up on Friday was something that I was looking at on Thursday, but I just wasn't ready to pull the trigger on it. And on Friday, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just grab it before they sell out. And like I said, it was Tamagotchi's 25th year anniversary. I don't know about y'all, but Tamagotchi is definitely nostalgic for me. I thought about getting the New York City Comic Con exclusive Tamagotchi that was like, you know, a 25th year anniversary plus New York City Comic Con, like special type of Tamagotchi. But I decided against it because I just really wanted the Demon Slayer one. And the Demon Slayer line is actually Tamagotchi Nanos, which I've never had. You know, Tamagotchi Nano is past the time of me having a Tamagotchi. I think I'm gonna leave this in the packaging. There's no real reason for me to open it. I burned my finger, so just excuse that. Excuse the ugly scar. This one is Nezuko, as you can see. I debated between Nezuko and Rengoku, but I decided on Nezuko. I just thought this was really cool, and it can sit in my collection with any other Demon Slayer paraphernalia that I pick up. This right here, this is some heat. This is some heat. I passed this booth called Flannel Panels, I believe that was their name. And they sold like these custom, what is it called? Upcycled? Yeah, upcycled flannels. I don't know why I blanked on that, but they sell like upcycled flannels. And they had this one right here. So just check out the flannel first. Like, it's a big check flannel. Real clean. You can throw this on with something. You know what I'm saying? But the back, yo. And these are all one of a kind. That back is crazy. That back goes crazy. I cannot wait to put together a fit with this. This is hard, yo. Like, there's a lot of Demon Slayer and other fandoms too, other animes too. There's a lot of like clothing that they make. And a lot of it, I'm not gonna lie, looks corny. A lot of it looks corny. But this shit fire. Yo, I could not pass this up. I could not pass this up. I thought about it because it was a little pricey. This was $75. I paid $82, just about $82 after tax. So I definitely did consider, like, you know, do I want to save my money, spend it on something else? You know, I had to keep an eye on the hats that were dropping too. Like, you know, do I want any hats? Like, how much money am I spending here? But I walked away from this. I made it to the end of the aisle and I turned around and I was like, nah, what are we doing? We got to get that. We got to get that. So I went ahead and I picked it up. If you're not familiar with Demon Slayer, this is Rui. He is one of the upper 12. You have to watch the Demon Slayer anime to get that. But he's basically a very strong demon. The fight was dope. Like, it's one of the best fight scenes in Demon Slayer, in my opinion, at least. But yeah, I wasn't going to pass this up. This is cold. Like I said, I can't wait to make a fit with this. Come on now. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Now on Saturday, of course, when I wasn't in my reservations, when I wasn't in the panels, I was up and down the show floor and I was able to find this gem right here. And the crazy thing is, I almost left this booth because I was looking, you know, at the wrestling figures and it was all Mattel. They had some cool ones. They had like the zombie ones in there. Some of the, like a rock one that was really cool, but it's not what I collect. But as I was walking away, I was like, let me just check one more time. Because he had a lot of stuff and it was like diverse, a good group of stuff, but it was just all Mattel. So something told me, like, just dig a little deeper, look around one more time. And I found this right here. This is a deluxe aggression Jack specific figure. So ruthless aggression is a line, but also deluxe aggression. And this is Rey Mysterio. See, you got the yellow pants. Got the Mexican tattoo across the stomach. The mask, of course, the black mask. I even think it has 619 detailing, but you can't really see it too much. But it does say 619 on the pants. Really cool figure, and the condition is not bad at all. There's some tape on the top, so I do think maybe somebody opened it, put everything back and closed it or something. There's also tape at the bottom, but I'm not mad at that at all. This was $25. I believe it was like $27 after, you know, the taxes. And in the back, you can also see there is a kind of like a board for this post. You put the post in the board and then he's able to like spin on the post, which I think is dope. I don't open these, but I still think that's pretty cool. So that is what I bought from New York City Comic Con 2022. Down below in the comment section, let me know what you think about the stuff that I picked up. If you enjoyed today's video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love, and I will check y'all out in the next one.